Hi everyone, this is Dave of Salty Cat Gaming, and in today's episode we have Zach back to play the final part of our Don't Look Back Trilogy. So for those who've been following along, we're playing the trilogies, and we're playing the Visions quest that's inside here, the storyline. In the first episode, if you haven't seen them, spoiler alert, I'm going to give you a quick summary, so you should go watch them. There's a playlist, I guess down here somewhere. That's my forehead. So the first ones, the kids went to go get their palm read in an industrial part of town. They ran into a killer who needs to sacrifice them to sustain her palm reading powers or future powers, future telling. She killed one of them. The other three escaped. And now the second one, the killer pursued the three back to one of their houses.
Like they went back to their town,
like their parents' house, yeah. And the killer pursued them. They end up calling in one of their friends. Their friend dies. They call in the stranger that they barely know. He dies, but they do manage to get away into the car. And now they've come out to the woods because they called up Ranger Sandy, who I guess is a good friend of theirs, and like screaming.
They're just running out of options, right?
Right, and so Ranger Sandy's like, "Come out to the woods, come out to the woods."
It's gonna be fine.
You. Because the killer's supernatural now, which happened in the second part, and she's like, "My cabin is warded," and we are playing with the ward special option. She's like, "The killer, like this will be best for you to be here. It's warded. It'll help us deal with the killer. I'll help you sort it out. Just come on out." Maybe Sandy's related to one of the kids. Like it could be Alice's, the cheerleaders, like
and she might just have like a lot of a title, like right. Auntie, Warden, Ranger, Sandy.
Spellcaster,
yeah,
Sandy.
Maybe.
So Sandy's there. We're gonna play with this card. And this card, what basically means is that when our survivors get to the cabin, they will be able to remove every round a point of terror or damage. So either or. And we're playing with the full moon still, so we got a little bit farther awareness and +1 to all the fright token rolls.
All this is meant to be happening during the full moon. So.
Much more likely for something to happen. We'll take a look. I'm going to read the intro for part 3. Then we'll take a look at the board and go over the character conditions because they did pick up a couple statuses. So we'll review that. So let's read this real quick and go over what the new story is for part 3. Return of the Seer, which is really not the Return of the Seer because the Seer keeps pursuing. We haven't really rolled a return. The characters find themselves fleeing in terror from the Seer. She always seems to be one step ahead, and remember, she's come out of the upside down bathtub twice now, so she's always there. In a panic, the characters speed out of town and find themselves deep in the fog banks just outside of the North Woods. Perhaps it's foreseen or just bad luck, but the character's car tires... Okay, so we're saying that their car is now flat, but they were on their way to go visit Sandy because it fits in a lot better.
They rolled in with it riding on the rim.
Right. The light of the moon is just creeping through the canopy of the woods and the swirling fog. Enough is enough. This ends tonight. And so we're going to have on the setup, we're going to start Sandy with the characters as if she's come out of the cabin to greet them. And then the whole goal is for the characters to get from the car on one side of the board to the cabin. They have to drive the killer off at least once, which is we've never done yet because they don't have any weapons. And they have to survive until round 10. At least one of them. At least one must survive until round 10. So this is probably going to be a bloodbath. But let's take a look at the characters and take a look at the board. All right, so here's our board. Nice woodland area. Everything, for most part, almost everything you see here is Black Site Studio, or I think these are Gale Force 9, or no, not Gale Force. I'll post who these are in the cards below. I don't remember where I got these from.
They're trees. They're trees.
Yes, thanks, Zach. They're very good trees. Again, Mantic for this little, because this is where the killer has to bring her tub with her.
Well, it's like a dark technology or a power portals
through the tubscape.
Drain plug Mancy. I don't know.
Right. And then these are actually 3D printed. There's several hills this time. I'll have to post and this one actually has a little ding out of it, unfortunately. I'll have to post the website. I don't remember where I got these. I think it's like printableterrain.com or something like that. But I will post it down below in case anybody's wondering. And then like normal, we're going to play this without the top on it so you can see. And there is fright tokens starting in the middle of each of these 3 boards. All right, now going over the conditions. So I'm playing Alice. Alice has the liar card. So while she normally could give free encouragement, she now can't give any encouragement because she's a liar.
They think that.
Yes, they
She's
think that.
She's been accused, and
Right. Yeah, nobody can believe her.
A little bit of like bullying happening.
Maybe the house they went to was her family house, and so they all thought they were going to be safe, and now they're like, you're just a liar. Every time you encourage us, you just lie.
She's on Dirty Handsy's side.
Right. And then I'm playing the Ranger Sandy, because every other character I played dies. And then you're playing...
I have D-Nice still alive. D-Nice, D-Grawl.
And then what's her condition?
She has a curse, a weakness. This character takes 1 additional injury from the killer's attacks, which I think she's had for now the 2 scenarios. And then Cat Grifter, who's still alive, surprisingly. She has a condition that it is sleep deprived. Stand up is a long action for this character. Remove this card at the beginning of the next plot unless it is a pursuit. Which I think because we were pursuit.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it doesn't get removed.
The return of this.
She hasn't had a chance of getting sleep, so it basically hasn't been removed.
So she can't get a Red Bull. She can't get a no dose. She's just SOL or S of the woods. Whatever. She can't sleep.
All right, so then we're starting turn 1. We have the fright phase first, so we check terror for all of our 4.
Yeah, so Auntie Warden Ranger Sandy has come out to greet them because she heard this cacophony of their like riding on the metal escape vehicle to the front of her property here.
Right, so she's in there.
All here.
Yeah, and so they need to get back to the cabin, step 1. Same rules apply for the killer. She ignores a lot of first-time stuff, being hit, misses, things like that. And then by round 3, she'll be popping out in the middle from her bathtub portal if she doesn't get summoned before then. So nothing to do the first round except to see if the fright tokens activate. So if you want to roll...
D10?
Yep.
10.
So they activate. Thanks, Zach.
Just rolled the die.
So let's see what this one does. If you want to roll a D10.
D10.
10. Oh, great. So she appears.
Oh, how very convenient for us.
But not by the bathtub. You want to...
The well is like a defunct well. So
so she came out of the well.
Yeah, it's like, it's a gray area, but in this form of magic, it's considered a tub. Yeah. And so therefore is an eligible doorway into this realm. Into
the tubverse. And then there's one here. You want to roll for this one?
Okay, here we go. D10. 7.
So it moves. We'll just move it moves into another room.
6 inches toward the nearest character, right?
Yeah, just the walls. And then this one?
This one, D10. It's an 8.
It's an 8. So I think that would be the same thing. Yeah, 6 inches.
All right. Yep. I'm not as good as you.
Use your big knife. All right, and then it's the killer's here, so it'll be the killer phase. So she's gonna move a D10 inches towards us. We don't have any terror.
6.
You rolled 6. Okay. So it's just like all of a sudden, she's already here waiting. She's been waiting for them to arrive. Yeah, this is like mode. Welcome to Aunt Sandy's cabin where you thought you were going to be safe, and immediately because of bad rolling, she's right here.
I mean, you got to start off the movie with some big action, right? This is the 3 turn of the seer. So
do we want we could have Sandy to go ahead and come out with her. She has a gun. Ranger Sandy, so she could start taking some pot shots. Oh, one thing we're doing different too is because she's already supernatural from game 2. We're not doing the healing rule for this scenario. Normally she'd heal 1 if she's not in base to base. But because she's already supernatural, she's healing 1 every turn. So she's going to be very difficult to drive off. We're going to need to look for equipment, which I think we have a better chance of getting guns in the cabin. Yep. And then, we just need to look for equipment and just start shooting her as much as possible.
And we're saying that range for weapons is
your awareness. Okay. Plus 2 because of the full moon.
Anti-Warden Ranger Sandy as far as
Right. She has a basic awareness of 13. So I think what we need to do, though, is I think we need to run. Why don't you go first and get your guy? I mean, we need to get them here as soon as possible. Okay. Oh, and then for jump scares.
Okay.
So just as a reminder, every room is a jump scare.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, and it's locked because apparently Aunt Sandy forgot her keys.
Well, she locked up before she left. So.
She did, but she lost her keys.
Or she used,
because we have to kick in the door to get inside. So apparently she doesn't have keys.
This is assuming that she survives to get to the door.
Let's make this easy. So we have all these rooms are jump scares. That hill's a jump scare. This hill's a jump scare.
Okay.
That hill's a jump scare. Let's just do that way. Because that'll be a little bit like... It'll just make it easier to remember.
And it's like within 2 inches is when you trigger?
Yeah. So nobody...
character?
Yep.
Like once done, that kind of thing?
Right.
Okay, well, let's just have Cat Grifter. I'm thinking that if we have her move, since she has kind of like a decent mobility, that maybe she would be the
she should get here as soon as possible
and run off kind of thing. So she's gonna just skate on through.
Okay.
So she has a move of 4, and then she gets that little bump if she moves and then moves again, which is 2 inches to the subsequent move when not indoors.
Right.
So. But she does have the sleep deprived. That's just the stand-up business. So, 4 inches. So, and we said we can go through.
You're supposed to go around.
Oh, okay, fine.
But I mean, like for this, like them getting out, I don't think it really matters too much. But
fine, whatever. Just go with split the difference. So she's like skate, and then.
It's a good thing you don't have the previous one, which is like where she's clumsy or whatever for like rough terrain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So there's her 4 and then 6.
Okay, and then Denise.
Denise is gonna, I guess.
Denise?
So she could call in somebody straight away.
It might not be a bad idea to just distract the killer for a bit.
So she has the daddy's phone.
So who's she gonna call?
Well, so she gets the 2 things. She has the debutante thing, which is when she's in base to base with the killer, she may switch places with any male character within her awareness. Is that misandry or whatever? I don't know.
Misogyny?
No, the opposite of.
Oh.
But anyhow, I don't know that we want to like try to play that up. We could, whatever this NPC might be, maybe it'll be in range or something. So she's got daddy's phone, 2 batteries for it. Quick action, they place a supporting character token in her board section on a D20.
I think you should go ahead and call. Your board section is A. I mean, like this is, you can do it anywhere in that area.
And then the
she'll go after the Yep. I don't think it's a bad idea, especially.
Right. So D20 of 6+. So
all right.
Shouldn't be that hard.
All right.
So Denise is like, Anti-Warden Ranger Sandy is like, oh my gosh. She's got the short story, but it's obviously pure chaos. So Denise is still trying to call anyone and everyone. She's got 12, so she's called in somebody. Who do we want to call in? Who's alive? She killed Nate. I mean, she called in. She didn't kill him, but by way of calling him in, last episode, last movie.
You could call in the security guard. We could just say he's like some kind of private security that was nearby.
The Bob Hickens?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Do we need to make it that you move around that kind of terrain?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can have it that...
He shouldn't be on it, I don't think.
No, but like, that's too much cheating, maybe.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense for him to show up
come down the road the other way.
Yeah, maybe he's come down the road. And what's his name? What's his character?
Bob Hickens.
And what does he do?
Bobby's a security guard. Bob has been working for a local private security firm going on 10 years. He's been known to work at both public and private engagements and has not been present at many of the city's biggest events. Be weird if he's not been present. He's like a ninja security guard. No one even knew he was there.
He didn't even know he was there.
That's a different kind of security. Not much goes unnoticed by Bob Hickens. His special rule is this supporting character removes fright tokens within 7 inches instead of the normal 6 inches.
Oh, so depending where you place him, you could remove that fright token.
Well, it has to... Oh, and actually, I'm already cheating in a sense, because it has to be this quadrant, right?
Yep, it has to be this quadrant.
So, I mean, I would say that's...
Okay. Like,
definitely...
he's just walking down the road.
He could
like,
be down this bit. He's already cut through the fence.
Sure. He was walking down the road. He's like, hey, guys, I heard all this noise from this car. What's happening?
Well, D-Nice called... maybe the city's, like, underfunded, or is having, like, financial issues or something, so they don't have, like, a 24/7 police force. They have a townie or something that runs a small business.
They could.
So Bob Higgins security, he's on duty, on call.
He's come out, like,
police.
Maybe he got called too because they found the bodies at the house.
Okay.
And so maybe Sandy called him in.
So yeah, dispatcher sent him for whoever D-Nice got in contact with. Bob is who's shown up.
All right. That's good. I think that's a good move. So
was he automatically kick that fright token, or what do we do?
I think next turn when they activate, it'll go away.
Okay.
So then you want to move. So she did that. Was that an action to call him?
That's a quick action.
Okay, so she can still move.
Yes, as a quick action. Oh, let me mark her battery as well. She just has battery left. So then she just moves her. Oh no. Where's my... Here she is. I like her outfit.
All right, so then Alice will go, and she moves 5 inches each move, and I think we need to put her... cheerleader? Yeah, we need to put her as far away from the killer along this wall as possible.
She's the... Wait, what happens if she's nearby, or nothing bad?
Nothing.
There's combat?
She just can't encourage anybody. Nobody believes her after this killer tracked them down to her house.
Okay.
Stupid liar.
So she's really just kind of going with D-Nice.
Yeah, and then she can go another 5.
Okay.
She actually moves... It's kind of weird. She moves as fast and as far as the skateboarder girl. Because the skateboarder's 4 inches, but you get a bonus 2.
6, yeah, so
and
net effect.
And Alice moves 5 each. So...
I mean, cheerleading is pretty intense, like,
It is.
Activity.
So she's leading the way. She's like, she doesn't care about everybody else. She just wants to get in the cabin. And
she
then
also runs cross country. So she's a cheerleader and she runs cross.
And I think Ranger Sandy would do the same thing too. She gets 4-inch movement. Let's go ahead and just move her coming in.
Okay.
I think they're all just going to try to get to the cabin this round, or like not this round, but so is that 8 inches?
Oh,
because she gets 2 4-inch moves.
Jeez, take it easy.
Well, I don't want to lose another character.
So
I've lost 2 of them basically.
You have the whole line.
All right, so that's their movement. Character phase is done. Nothing else to check. We go to round 2.
Allegedly.
Round 2, there's no fright yet. Killer activates. You want to roll. She'll move D10 inches towards the security guard.
You say no fright.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, these will. Let's see if these activate first. You want to roll a die?
D10?
Yeah.
D10.
I believe it's
3?
No, they won't activate this round. There's still some out, so we don't place any new ones.
Okay.
That one will now go away because I think it's close enough to the security guard.
Yeah,
whatever weird noise that was went away whenever we showed up.
Big ass security guard flashlight, like all the 80s, 6-inch reflector.
He's like, "What have you guys been drinking?" All right, now she will move.
Meddling kids.
D10 inches.
Oh, well, that's gonna be like.
No, she'll go towards him now.
This whole thing is 12?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go there. Is it too short, right?
Yeah. And then she's going to activate. So she will attempt to shoot him.
Oh, great. So Bob's managed to, shine the light on the strange sound source over here that got rid of the fright token. But all he's done is just shown up.
Right.
Per these calls and his dispatcher's orders. And this lady starts charging him. And has a revolver or whatever.
Correct. And remember, we're all -2 to our actions within 6 inches of her.
Oh, great.
Because it's whispers, which we forgot about last time. So if you want to roll D20, she needs 12 or below to shoot him.
Okay, well, we got 3.
So she does 3 damage to him.
I think that kills him straight away, does it not? Don't all the NPCs have 3 except for Nate, who's already dead? Yeah. So they only have 3 in drive.
She comes running over and he has that flashlight. What's going on here, guys? And she shoots him in the forehead. So he dies. I think all of us then will. I think we all get.
Body.
And I believe since anybody who's within awareness range, which I think we all are, I think we get a fright token.
You think they see him?
Yep. I think we all get terror from seeing an NPC die.
You always enforce these rules that.
Because he basically just showed up and got killed. So we're all like, whoa.
This is developing really quick.
It is. Okay, so that happened. It's our turn. We got to run around her. Someone's going to have to play interference.
All right. So D-Nice has the set of keys, and has,
Oh, you can use the set of keys, I think, to open up the doors, right?
There are no other male characters. Yes.
So
discard set of keys when this character moves into base to base with a locked door or window to treat it as a unlocked.
So we don't have to do kick it in. The keys we found in the junkyard in the industrial part of town are actually Ranger Sandy's lost backup keys. How coincidental.
For whatever reason, Ranger Sandy was hanging out in that decrepit part of town.
Maybe she got her hand read or something like palm
read.
read.
That was the first episode, the first movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what's even funnier, though, is like maybe that's how the killer knew about Ranger Sandy's cabin, because Ranger Sandy had gone to her for a palm reading.
Possibly.
Okay, so like, you're going to continue running away? I think you're going to have to go wide, because she does a D10 movement, so... Oh. +1 for terror, so she'll be 1d10 +1 for movement.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just do the 10 inches GTFO.
Okay. You're gonna move your other.
We're supposed to do like a arc thing.
She could go ahead and call for a last backup.
I mean, I think we might need to do that because
she's just like
dialing. We have to drive her off once, so
we do. But like, I think we need to get equipment.
Like, last stand at the cabin, hopefully.
I guess because we need equipment, right, to drive her off. We need weapons. Like Ranger Sandy has her gun, so she can start doing something. But
okay. And how many? Just one survivor is all that's like required for a win.
Yes, and actually, Ranger Sandy can pull her into base to base with her.
Oh.
Well, I don't know why she'd want to do that.
Well, let's. I guess let's have D-Nice. I mean, it slows her down, but like, if all we need is one survivor, then maybe D-Nice has been doing this Rolodex business and ends up getting it. You know, in the end.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and have her call in someone else. So she's good.
So we leave poor Bob's body down there. It's not Bob's Burgers. It's Bob's body.
There he is.
And then D-Nice for her quick action is gonna do a D20 roll. If she gets 6+. She successfully makes the connection with somebody. 10, so she does.
Who's she going to call?
All right, who's alive in town here?
Ghostbusters?
So we have Janitor Barb. The Arusu, I guess. Arusu.
What about the pizza delivery guy?
Oh, yeah, the pizza delivery, Blake, the delivery guy.
She could finally call her dad, too.
We didn't ever get DeGraw in?
No.
I mean, I guess it makes a lot of sense if she called Daddy. Maybe she's been trying. And
he finally gets through? Okay. What does he do?
So, Dr. Ethan DeGraw. This is D-Nice's daddy. Diddy. No, that's weird. Ethan has investments all around Northwood and has been involved in some questionable experiments, both within the city and at sea. Because of what he has seen, it takes more than the local stories of Northwood to scare him. His special rule is this supporting character falls victim at 4 terror instead of the normal 3 terror. Ethan can still only take 3 injuries before he falls victim. So, maybe he...
Back by the car?
Yeah.
But she's going to be heading straight for him, so we don't really want her to like go through us to get there. I think we need to keep drawing her to that other side.
I want to get this quadrant, so...
I know, I think it'd be best to keep her going that direction.
Same thing, like maybe he's just gotten here down the road.
He's right here.
Oh, and seen Security Officer Bob's.
Yeah, maybe he was coming. Maybe he's the one who brought Security Officer Bob. And so, like, Bob, like, he was just a little bit behind, and all of a sudden, Bob, he heard gunshots.
He was waiting in the car.
Yeah, and now he's running out.
Bobby was the security officer at DeGraw Industries or whatever.
Yeah, I like that. Yep.
Evil Tony Stark.
Yep, he had the security, brought security guard. Daddy finally showed up with a security guard from his Industries.
And then heard the gunshot and has now come out. I heard it and then I came out.
Right. Yep. Okay, what's your other character? I guess she needs to move still, right? She has still a move action.
Yep, she has 1 remaining. That was a quick action for her to use the second battery. So that's killed the battery of her cellular telephone. It's like 80s style. Maybe she's like got a really buff arm on the one side, you know, like comic book style, because she's just really
calling everybody all the time.
Back then, like I don't know, for you younger folks in like the 80s, cell phones were a thing, but it was also like a couple bucks a minute to connect. So
I think you're talking about the 90s.
Because the first cell phones were like late 70s, early 80s, I think, but definitely in the 80s, and it was definitely really expensive.
I guess Zach did have one.
What's that?
Saved by the Bell.
Oh, didn't they?
Yeah, Zach had that, and that would have been late 80s.
Yeah, but it was expensive. I remember.
Yeah.
Like
on the
$2,
farm, my
$3.
dad had a bag phone.
Yeah, like.
And those were still like operators are much better because they have a little like. Yeah. Anyways, what's she doing?
So funny. She's just doing her 4-inch move.
Okay, so she's just running. And now her phone's out of batteries.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the same thing, we're going to have...
Think she even greeted Daddy, or is it too far?
Honestly, since the killer doesn't really generate terror, which is interesting, I think we're just going to have Alice go straight for the cabin. 10 inches.
A-lice.
She just can't get within 1 inch of the killer, so like however that works out.
So, I mean, that should be without, you think?
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
She's going to go by the bathtub of doom, but...
Oh, maybe we should roll for the bathtub, because I think it makes sense if the bathtub has a jump scare.
Okay. Well, you want to do the honors then? It's your
Sure.
turn.
Is it a D10? Do you have it on your... I think you do on the right.
Jump scares. D10.
All right, let's see what happens.
5. 5 or 6 is a tap on the shoulder. Place the closest friendly character or supporting character within 8 inches into face-to-face contact with this character. This does not cause jump scares for the placed character. If there are no characters within 8 inches, the character gains 1 terror point instead.
Okay, so she's going to gain a terror point because everybody's outside of that. So she goes running by, and then she hears like a gurgle or something from the...
She gets a tap on the shoulder, but
she gets a tap.
Just a twig
or maybe something came out and jumped back into the bathtub.
Yeah.
Back into that dark portal. Okay, so that's what she's done. Now, Ranger Sandy, I think, is going to do something similar.
The Roto-Rooter dimension.
Like, I don't think it's worth Sandy's trying to shoot the villain because she's just going to heal it. Like, we need to shoot her all at once to drive her off. So
she has 10?
She has 4, so she'll do 2 4-inch movements towards...
No, I meant the villain, the...
Oh, life-wise?
Yeah, she has 10 HPs?
She has 10 wounds, yes. And heals 1 per turn.
10 heal it backwards.
And we're -2 for any checks near her, so...
Okay. Do they take credit cards?
Nope.
Do checks? Okay. All right, so what are we doing?
She needs to move 8 inches towards the cabin.
This is a Ranger...
Sandy?
Sunday. 4, 8. Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I like how they put just like the one measure.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they were Black Side Studio. If you're listening, it'd be
Graduated.
nice if there was numbers.
At least for those of us that play a bunch of different games and have too many.
Too many templates. Great. So she ran there. Everybody's activated. We go to turn 3. Okay, top of turn 3, we check fright. Alice has 2 terror, but her fright is 4, so she's fine. Then we see if the tokens activate. I believe they activate on a 7. Is that right?
D10, right?
Yep.
Yeah. This is turn 3, 5 up.
5 up.
Ooh.
So they don't activate, which is great. Then the killer activates.
Okay.
So she'll move a D10 inches towards. Yeah. So you want to roll D10?
D10 inches. That's right. Not just D10.
So 3. So she moves 3 inches.
Not so bad.
But then she'll try to shoot him. So actually, it would have been better for us if she went farther, because like.
What's her awareness, or how does that?
Her awareness is. Interesting. I guess they don't have awareness on the killers.
Black Site.
Oh, her revolver's range 12.
Oh,
so we should do, so it'd be range 4. Well, she has to have at least a 14-inch awareness now because of the +2. So range 12 on the revolver. Is she within 12 inches of him? Looks like it. All right, so roll D20.
D20.
12 or less. She basically kills him.
17.
So she missed. Bam.
Whoa.
She missed Dad.
That cold barrel shot was clean.
And he's just going to be like, what's happening? Because he doesn't move or do anything. All right,
he doesn't
so
go anywhere or do anything.
He doesn't do anything.
He's just staring at his best buddy Bob.
Yeah, maybe you can't believe Bob died.
Yeah,
his best security guard. He paid a lot of money for Bob. All right, so what are your?
Wow, we're just gonna reduce people to how much they cost.
Yep. What's Alice doing?
Oh, Dave. Alice is gonna keep going, right? I mean,
yeah, like we need to get to the.
Here, I don't know if I can lay it. You can move
Oh.
We're doing 10, right?
Yeah.
Because she's doing move.
Yep.
I can probably even go straighter than that. Are we?
Yeah,
you
should just go straight to the
tub,
cabin.
Though,
What?
the tub, though, we'll do a jump
Yeah,
scare
you have to do a
along the
jump
way?
scare along the way. Yep.
Okay.
Actually after the first movement, so just go half your movement, which would be 4.
Okay. Well, the tip there is going to be
Yeah,
10.
and then do a jump scare.
What is that again? We'll do a
D10.
And I have the die somewhere. Here we go. D10. 3. It is a 3/4 is flickering light. Flip all light
We don't have any
tokens
lights.
within 12 inches of the character. Ha-ha!
So
There's no light. It is all dark.
There's a little spark from the tub.
And then she finishes her move.
Okay, and then she'll Okay. And then I guess it'll be easier for me to go ahead and have because she'll go.
Okay.
And then she goes 10 inches as well. She doesn't have keys though, so she's gonna basically make it up to here, but I'm gonna have to wait along the side for who has the keys?
D-Nice has.
Oh, geez, she's all the way back there.
I don't
So
know if we want to have her wait or not. Cause
well, I think we'll probably have someone try to kick in the door.
Yeah.
Is what we'll have to do. So like,
economy, you gotta
yeah.
take over here.
and if you want,
Ranger Sandy have any kind of jump scare interaction yet?
no,
Okay.
no. So when she activates, let's roll a jump scare for her.
Would she have already, or should we have already?
No, we can just do it right now. It's
Okay.
fine. Do you want to have her roll a d10?
D10. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. It is a 2, and then 2 is eerie sounds. The character makes an awareness test. On a failed test, the character trips. Oh, no.
Okay, so awareness is +2 because of the full moon.
Okay.
So I need a 13 or less. 11. She's fine.
Okay, so she didn't trip.
She didn't trip.
Or
So she
hurt
like
herself.
eerie noises or whatever from
She's
the
got really
inside of
good,
the
like Merrill's or something. So
and then
shoelaces
she'll
are
move
tied tight.
8 inches towards her cabin.
The template went your side.
Oh, I have your. Yeah, wait, I do.
8 inches.
I'll have to just take a marker to it and just write it in.
And we're just straight lining it.
Yeah.
So there's 8 on. What are we calling her? Anti-Warden Ranger Sandy.
And then did Denise already go?
D-Nice.
No, she hasn't because she went. She probably could go.
She's gonna just
Yeah,
move, I think,
she's
right?
yeah, she's the one that's most likely going to get attacked next. So.
I mean, so within her awareness is only 8. Crap. I mean, if we know that we were going to have her as kind of the next to die besides Mr. DeGraw, because we can have her intentionally move toward him, and then she draws him to her with her skill. When Denise is in base to base with the killer, Denise may switch places with any male. Well, that doesn't really gain us anything.
It doesn't.
It's further away or something.
Yeah.
Right, so she's just gonna run, I guess. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Okay, so she's running that way.
No jump scare yet, or should we do that now?
Let's do it next round
Next
when
round?
she activates.
Got it.
Okay, so that's this phase. This phase went pretty quick. We're just running away. Father survived. So round 4, we check fright.
He's like in shock because Bobby's brains are like on the ground in front of him.
He is.
And
Basically.
he had like a errant shot like wing by him, but he's not really used to being shot at, so he doesn't.
Yeah,
react.
he's kind of shocked.
It's like, what was that?
All right, so let's see if the fright tokens activate. It's round 4.
For tokens.
9.
9.
So they definitely do. So what does this one do?
It should just move to. Oh, we're gonna have to roll for it.
Yeah. 4. So I think it stays where it's at, right? It's 1 to 3 advantages.
4 toward 6 inches toward, but I guess
It's already basically in base to base with Alice
because of
anyway.
the
So she'll take some horror on her turn. And then wasn't there another one?
No, I think.
Oh, the other one's when it disappeared. So that's the only active one is this one right
Yeah,
here.
because she became the one there.
Yep.
That was like at the very start, and then this one got,
Yep.
illuminated by security guard Babes.
Okay, so you want to roll
We
what?
can have like I don't know if this works, but his like flashlight's now just like pointing up into the sky, like not helpful, but creating a scene.
Wow. Do you want to roll then for her movement towards
D10.
10? Yep.
This is monster move. 3 again. So I mean,
So she's almost up to the body, yeah. And then she'll make another shot, so she needs a 12 or less to hit him.
20.
Yep.
Okay. 7.
So she hits him and kills him. And
No!
so you need to measure what's Denise's awareness?
Only 8. So we may be.
So it'd be 10 inches. Yeah.
Oh,
So she doesn't see
no.
Daddy die.
Well, it'd be right on. No.
Yeah. I don't
Wait,
think...
no, because we're saying
Yeah.
the body. So no,
Yeah.
she's good.
Okay. So she hears
heard
the
the
shot,
shot.
but she doesn't know what happened.
She doesn't
And
know that Bobby and Daddy.
And they may not be dead. They could just be shot on the ground.
That's true.
Like
That's true.
yeah. Okay, so that was the killer's turn.
That could be a new mechanic, like a new mechanism in the game, that there has to be like
a survival
move or whatever kind of, because it could involve, the NPCs or player characters could have some reason that they'd be on the ground but not dead yet, and there's something happens.
True. Or like a survival thing.
Follow me for more game design ideas.
All right, so character's turn. Let me start with Alice first. So she's in front of the door. Normally she would. How many points of terror do you get from fright point? The fright tokens?
I thought just one by proximity or something, but
I think it's just one as well.
I don't have that page. This is just the quick reference and just the actions reference pages. It has the building tension thing, which is for the token activation, the fright token roll itself, the thrown objects, and the melee.
Yeah. Okay. So there's gonna be a little weird interplay here because since there's wards up on the house removes 1 point of terror, but this will cause 1 point of terror, so she just doesn't lose any.
Okay.
She's gonna go ahead and she's gonna concentrate.
So she's like gained one, but the house being protected some also removes that one, so no change yet.
Right.
Okay.
And then she's gonna concentrate and try to kick the door in. She's not gonna wait for the.
Okay. So concentrate improves your roll by 3.
Let's
or
see.
your next action you want to spend it on, kind of thing.
I believe so.
Yeah, +3 to the skill value.
All right, and then it's just to kick something in. What do you have since you have a thing?
Kick it in is a quick action. Break open a locked door or window in base to base with a combat skill check at a +4 modifier.
So it should be a 12. Okay, so she's not going to concentrate. She's just going to try to kick it in because she'll need a 12. So that's pretty. I mean, she got it. So she kicked in the front door.
Okay. So then she's cross country and cheer. She's got some strong legs.
Yeah. So she just knocked this in, and then she's going to go ahead and make a movement.
Okay. She's got to do the jump scary thing, or what happens?
She does need to roll a jump scare. So if you want to roll a D10 when she's in hers.
I gotta do it now. Jeez.
I can't see what that is. 1. So what's a 1?
1 is, did you hear that? Remove token and flip all lights within 6 inches. Wait, this is fright token. Jump scare. Lunge. Place the... Oh, no. Lunge. Place the killer in base to base with the character and make an attack with attack 2. Oh, with the killer's second attack option thing. If the killer is already in base to base with a character or supporting character, place a fright token in base to base with the character.
Okay, so all of a sudden... The killer goes from like shooting out there.
There's a tub in the house.
Yeah. Do you want to hand me the?
She's used her Roto-Rooter black magic, dark magic.
But Denise was also kind of like, guys, screw you all. You think I'm a liar. I'm just running away from you. And then she runs right into the killer.
Or Denise? Which
Alice. Sorry,
okay,
Alice.
Is the liar.
Okay, so she's gonna do a strangle. That's a combat 15. I have 2 terror on me already, so I think she gets. I think it's actually like 17. 9, so she hits Alice with a strangle. Alice will take 2 points of damage.
Uh-oh.
And basically she's kind of stuck there.
This isn't going very well.
It's not. So what is she going to do?
And we can't even really like pop shots with like Auntie Warden Ranger Sandy because of the line of sight or anything.
Right.
I mean, and the base to base, isn't it? That regardless of placement, base to base is as if they're in the way.
You can't, just makes it more difficult.
Oh, that's right. Okay. What's the other? So there's a side door.
There's a door here on the porch, and there's a door. Well, this isn't a door. There's just that. So there's 2 back doors that you could come through.
There's a door here.
Oh, there is a door there. So you could come in through the side here, but it just depends. Really helps. Yeah, it may not help. You may be better off looking for guns and weapons out here.
Right? You think I need to make the porch to be able to search, or just go ahead and search where she is? I mean,
she could search where she's at. It's just remember when you do the search, you add because it's more likely going to get a non-weapon outdoors.
I mean, she can move and search because it's the cat. That is, she's got the quick hands. Cat can make the search of the area action as a quick action once per turn.
Right.
So, she can't really make the house or even porch or anything with her 4-inch initial move.
You just want to have her search?
Sure, let's have her search.
Okay.
So
D20 awareness.
So she's got an awareness of 11, and then
Uh,
nothing affecting it for the initial roll, right? It's the
Right.
table roll that is affected by it being outside. So 19.
So she failed.
Oh. Well,
Do you want to try it again?
I mean, she's by a tree.
Or do you want to have her move away?
I don't know. What do you think? We need to have somebody survive.
Right.
And there's the help in the house, but like...
Well,
also...
Alice will probably stagger away on the next turn, which just basically will move her to the front porch.
Okay. She's like busted in.
Yeah.
She's gonna get like... She got like partially choked out. There's like a fray. And then she's going to manage to like fall out the front door again.
It's very hard to get away from this killer because she's strangling Alice. And so you have to basically get the strangle to fail and then do a stumble away.
Okay. I guess search again. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we need equipment.
You can do that, right? Because
Yep.
it's technically this time 2 quick actions.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's have her search again. So she's got an awareness of 11, unmodified. 15.
So she still doesn't find anything. All right. What about her?
Maybe she's just like panicking. She can't even find like a big log or anything to back anybody.
We could say, it'd be fun if you want to take a movement over to the security guard. I think at that point, if you find anything by him, we should consider it an even roll if it supplies or weapons. Like, because he might have a gun or something. Yeah.
So have her go that way.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, just this action is going. I mean, this activation is going to just be move.
Yeah, and she's probably not quite 8 inches, or is she 8 inches to its body?
4, 8, not quite.
Okay.
But what's the range thing?
Probably 1 inch.
So, I mean, we could call it that. It's
okay. Let's have her do that. So this round she won't be able to do anything, but she's going towards the security guard to see if he has anything on him.
Well, she's witnessed from afar the happening at the front of the cabin here, so she's
then
F that.
Ranger Sandy, I think, is going to take 4 inches. If you can move her, she's going to move back 4 inches because she's got a range of 11 plus 2 from like 13 inches on her revolver.
Can we say that they can shoot through like open windows and stuff, or no?
She's not going to shoot into that mess. She's because like if Denise falls or if Alice falls back, she'll wait till the porch.
Okay.
So if you can move her back 4 inches.
4 back.
Yeah.
Okay. Just straight back.
Yeah. And then she'll do a search as well just to see if she can find anything out there. Like maybe she left some old tools or something like that. We forgot to do a she should have a jump scare, but that's okay. Maybe she was just like
I mean she knew about the old tub there, so it's not scary to her.
Hey everyone, so we rewound a bit.
And there's no Bruce Lee like jamming his thumb into the hammer mechanism.
She's gonna use her ability to pull the killer.
Okay.
Although can she I don't think she can see the killer.
You don't think?
Within her awareness. Well, it just says within her awareness, not within line of sight.
Oh, okay.
So, and she has 13 inches. So, yeah.
I mean, if it's like meant to be like tank taunt, then it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to do
She's calling out. I think it makes sense for the ranger to be like, hey, stop it. And so the killer runs out and is now base to base with Sandy. Sandy, we discussed it. We're going to let her shoot her revolver in hand to hand.
It has to be like choice. Like language, all of Hollywood, like you be and whatever other stuff.
Right.
Get away from those kids.
Yeah, exactly. She just pulled her Sigourney Weaver moment.
Right.
And now she's going to make a revolver attack in hand to hand.
Okay.
So 15 inches, or 15 or less.
Okay.
12. But the first time I hit.
Oh, reroll.
Reroll because of her premonitions, the Oracle seeing the future. I still hit.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2 damage. Down to does that count? That's just 1. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't hit her because the first attack just misses. I can't shoot again because
I thought it was always rerolls.
No. Oh, it's a reroll. That's right.
Yeah,
it is a reroll. So okay.
It's not nullifying the action. It's just that it forces a reroll.
All right. So I do 2 damage.
Those 3 specific things, and it says the first time you succeed for the specific things. Or whatever.
Right. So 2 damage to her.
Cool.
So, she should have actually.
So that was her 2 actions then.
Well, she should have rerolled that miss over there too, but that's okay. That was fun too. Yeah, that's her 2 actions. So Ranger Sandy.
Well, no, because she missed.
Right, but she also rerolls the first miss. There's 3 conditions she rerolls.
Her first miss.
Yeah.
What did she miss? Oh, on Daddy.
Shooting Daddy. Yep.
I thought
but that's okay. It was a fun. So she called the killer out.
For your editing. She didn't get it. I don't know.
So she called the killer out. The killer came out, and then so she shot her in hand to hand.
Right.
And she's the last one to go. So next round.
Oh.
So round 5. Fright phase.
Okay.
Alice's terror is at 4 and her fright's at 4, so she's okay for now,
Okay.
but not for long.
Okay.
So let's see if this activates.
D10.
Right. 5. So I think
it does.
but that just means it moves closer to her,
Turn 5?
which doesn't really do anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna have issues next round. Oh, you know what? The other thing we forgot to do, she should have been -2 to shoot her, but she still made her check.
Yeah, because you were low.
Yeah, I was super low. Yeah, because of whispers. We keep
9.
forgetting about whispers. -2. Okay. And then
like those weird sounds you get sometimes from your plumbing.
Yes.
If all of her magical abilities are coming from this plumbing realm or whatever.
Oh, you know what? This actually says the revolver mundane killers will only target a character with a weapon with this attack, which probably means they wouldn't attack an NPC with it. But it was a lot more fun. So whatever.
For the next trilogy.
That's all right. Okay, so she's going to. We said she could use a revolver in hand to hand as well, so she needs a 12 to hit. 13. So that's her. We'll count this as the first miss since we forgot to count that.
This is the seer shooting.
She's attacking Ranger Sandy.
Okay.
And then so the next shot is a hit.
Uh-oh.
So she does
thrice.
3 damages.
Okay.
And then it's the strangulation's the worst. And so she strangles on a 15 or less. 17.
Ooh.
She didn't strangle and she's already out rerolls. So that's good. Sandy may survive this.
What's the third thing that we have to account for her, like the villain abilities or whatever, the villain criteria?
Investigates a point of interest, which we don't have.
We don't have to worry about this time.
Hey. So she's successful. The killer does heal 1. So unfortunately.
So she's back up to
9.
Oh.
All right, our turn. So I'm gonna activate her first. She's gonna get a point of terror, and then.
But she loses 1 because of the. How does the ward?
Oh yeah, she loses 1, gains 1, so she's fine where she's at.
Okay.
She's gonna do a search.
And there's no way to remove the fright token, right? It has to have come about from the fright phase. Okay.
She's gonna do a search.
Okay.
14. Her awareness is 12. That's not enough.
You have luck. We all have luck.
Oh, yeah, but I have 2 actions. She might as well search again.
Okay.
Because, we really need something. 3.
Succeed or fail. You could call it the luck reroll or get whatever.
So she succeeded. All right, so here's the roll. So since I'm outside, she's a 50-50 chance to get weapons. So I want a low roll. A 10. That's not really what I want. I have 1 luck point on her. I think I'm going to let it go through for now, because maybe she'll get something that heals her. So, supplies. She found some pizza. She can take a long action to heal all characters within 3 inches, 1 wound, and 1 terror.
Okay.
So she found some pizza in the front room. I mean, good for her.
We haven't called Blake the delivery guy yet, but he must have already come to Auntie Warden Sandy's cabin and delivered some earlier or yesterday or something.
Must have. And she has 3 batteries, so if Denise would get closer to her, she could give Denise the 3 batteries, and then Denise could. Yeah, you can trade.
Okay.
So that is an option.
Okay.
So I think Sandy should go first. She's just going to try to shoot twice in combat.
Okay.
Combat 15. Miss.
Wow.
Miss.
Luck it?
Yeah, because she's not going to last long if I don't
13.
hit. All right, but she just went through. She's down to 3 rounds left. So she does in her 2 points.
Okay. So this is 7 currently, right?
Yeah, but she really needs someone else to kind of chip in here.
Are you looking at me?
I am looking at you.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you going to have your characters do? So are you going to have her do a search now? She's over by her dad?
Yeah, I guess that makes the most sense if that was the reason we sent her that way. So she knew that there were gunshots and, she was expecting...
I think she should take 1 point of terror for seeing her dead dad.
Okay.
I think it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And then...
Everybody, this is how it is playing with Dave, by the way. Just on-the-spot rules.
I'm totally cutting this out. All right.
She's got that ability, too. Magic.
All right. You want to do your search?
Yeah. She has the keys, too, but it's like now none of that matters. D20, right?
awareness or less?
She's only got 8.
So you gotta get. Do you want to do a concentrate ahead of time to give you +3?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
I
so
mean, it's gonna burn all over stuff, but she's not gonna really have anything else happening for a minute. So.
right. So 11 or less.
11 or less. Here we go. 2. Hey,
So and then you roll a d10. So you want a 1 or 2 because a 1 or 2 will be a weapon.
Okay. A 10.
A 10 is not. That's a supply.
Oh, fine, be that way.
So what did you?
A flashlight.
Oh, that makes
2
sense.
batteries may spend 1 battery to place a light token within 6 inches of the character's base.
So that will lower your own fright, your own terror, but it won't do anything to the killer in this game.
Did we say that she can pull the batteries out of it and put them into the phone?
How many batteries does it have?
It has 2.
No, I think that's a little too...
Man.
I mean, these big D cells. Like, let me hook this up to the phone and MacGyver this.
I mean, it's an 80s movie, so...
All right, well, she found a flashlight. She keeps searching.
So she found the flashlight. Do we turn it on, or... Oh, she...
No,
well,
she's out of actions.
Because she did the... Yeah, constant.
Right. What's she going to do?
Over here as a reminder. Takes 1 additional injury. She has not yet. So you gotta remember these curses and stuff. Do we want her to try to make it in?
It may not be a bad idea if she wants to look for equipment. She could even go in this back route, like, and take the long way around.
I mean, it's gonna make the villain move around some more too, depending. So
yeah,
we only need 1 survivor,
right?
But we do have to drive her off in
once
4 rounds or less,
right?
Do we want to have fighting because we have someone inside and is at least benefited?
We need guns and equipment. We need something to fight the killer with.
So have her move toward the building and then eventually search.
Yeah, I think that's the best. She can even go in through a window. You can go in through windows.
Oh,
you'll have to do a kick it in because they're all locked. But
okay. I mean, if you think that's what's best, but I think she's gonna have to do like the move regardless.
Yeah, she's gonna have to do a move, and we can have her be right there outside the window.
And then she can't do a kick it in,
right?
Because
she did move. Okay.
And then that's Cat.
All right, so that's all of them. So now we go to round 6. We're over halfway through, but we haven't driven her off yet.
Nope.
All right, fright phase. So Alice is still on the cusp of not being okay, but thankfully because of the runes.
Her hyperventilation is like just there.
And then the killer will go. Oh no, we see if the fright token activates.
Right, D10. Well,
it's like turn 6, so I think it automatically.
Always roll for fright tokens. So it's just what does it do?
And we keep forgetting to do this, but it should be +1 because of the full moon.
Oh, so it'd be an 8 in this case. You're saying +1 that way.
Yeah.
So it's still just 6 inches toward closest.
So it's just gonna stay where it's at by her.
Right.
So whatever the frightening noise or that's bothering her, maybe it's her own psychosis. It's just staying in the room with her.
Well, she's been accused of being a liar, and so she's kind of like got some bullying and stuff. She's a victim here, a few different ways.
All right, so now the killer. The killer will use her revolver on Sandy and hit. So she'll do 3 damage to Sandy, and then she'll attempt the strangulation, which also hits.
Oh.
The strangulation will do 2.
So 5 on 1 here.
So Sandy has 2 lives left.
Jeez.
And then she'll heal 1, so she's up to 8.
Lovely.
Oh, and we keep forgetting to do it again, but it's -2 for all of Sandy's checks against her. I don't think it mattered because she kept missing, and when she did hit, it was like a 9, so I think it's fine. But
yeah, and that's because of the base to base or a certain range.
Anybody who activates within 6 inches of her is -2 to all actions.
Okay.
So even search is -6. Okay, top of the character turn.
Although I think that far is outside of 6 inches, but just
right. Apparently. Yeah, this I think might be in. We'll have to check, but I think she's going to need to move rooms.
So we're at player character part of.
Yep.
Round 6.
Yeah. Do you want to have you want to have her go next?
I mean, yeah. You want to just like bring her back or
she keeps searching. I mean,
I guess it's good that she's farther away, but isn't the villain gonna? Does
the villain's gonna
avoid anything to do with the warded area?
No.
Warden area? Or,
nope.
So it's just she's gonna move towards the closest, nearest. Great. I mean, I guess we can have her search. Why not? So we're gonna do D20.
Right.
She got an awareness of 8.
Is she concentrating?
Sure. Let's have her concentrate. So she needs an 11.
I mean, it's either 2 rolls of 8. It's better odds, I think, to do 2 searches than 1 boosted search.
All right. Let's just do an unaffected search. So she needs a 8 or less. She got 1. Oh, so okay. And she finds the minigun.
All right. Now roll a D10 to see what she finds.
Not the minigun.
You want a 1 or 2? That's cocked.
Reroll. 9.
So she finds more supplies.
Oh, damn it. Energy drink. Bob was like, big old flashlight, 80s style. And whatever, what would we, no-dos or some strong coffee.
And she could do one more search. She still has one more action.
Drink, discard energy drink as a free action to gain an additional quick action this turn. Yeah, okay. That was on D-Nice. I guess, let's do it. I feel like she's just like rummaging around dead bodies' pockets, finding like things that aren't that helpful.
I mean, that's basically what she's doing.
Our scenario. 18.
So she didn't find anything. Okay. Did you want to attempt to kick it in roll down here?
Yeah, let's do it. Kick it in.
It's a combat roll, I believe, for...
Search area, quick action. That's it. Combat's 8. Kick it in. Break open a locked door window in the base content. In the base with the combat skill check at +4 modifier.
So she needs a 12.
She needs a 12 or less?
Yeah.
Okay. One.
Oh, that's a critical success.
So that's the minigun, right?
No, so she broke it in, then she needs to make a movement. So you just want to move her 4 in?
Yeah, I guess. And then she'd have to take a jump scare?
Yep.
To D10. D10.
4.
Jump scare D10. 4 is flickering light. Flip all.
There's no lights on.
12 inches.
We haven't turned any lights on in here, so.
Right, so no terror or anything for her.
But that's both of her actions, because going in there.
Fine, be that way. Where's my minigun?
She'll continue. Man, I kind of want to. Like she could.
Are interior doors open or not?
Interior doors are open.
Okay, so.
But I think for jump scares, we should just do it for the rooms that we haven't explored yet. I don't think it makes sense to do it for.
And peeling off terror, is it just by gaining access?
You have to start your turn there.
So the next activation.
Or 1 wound or tear. But you're within. Remember, if you're within 4 inches of this, it won't matter.
Oh.
I mean, I guess we could have had you. Yeah.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. So.
Yeah.
I think honestly, Alice just needs to keep searching. But let's see if she's within. Can you measure, see if she's within 6 inches?
I think.
We are. Yeah. So she's gonna take a move, which she's got to make another jump scare.
Okay.
Do you want to roll a D10 for me?
Can.
Right here. Yep.
D10. 7. Jump scare 7. Strange shadow. The character gains 1 terror point.
All right, that puts her over her fright value, which is really bad because now she's gonna start getting minuses.
It affects her rolls. Right?
Okay, so I think she's gonna take a long action. She could actually. I don't want to split this pizza until your next. Do you have any terror on your?
The move thing we actually I think have been doing incorrectly too. A character may move a number of inches equal to their move value. If a character takes their second action,
they gotta make a trip roll.
That's a movement, and they have any terror points. So that's the part. They must roll.
Oh, we didn't have any terror points at the beginning, so I think we were okay. And she hasn't been taking any since she got inside.
We all had terror starting.
Oh, we did. But that's fine. Right. Whatever. Yeah,
good call. The scenario already has like special.
She's gonna do that. Take a break. So she's gonna get rid of one of her. Okay. Take a breath. Get rid of one of her terror points so that she's not above her fright value.
Okay.
So she just goes in the next room. She's like, she's like.
She's got her paper bag, but she has to like actually stop and use it.
So these two have gone. Yours is gone. So it's back to Sandy doing her last actions before she dies. So I guess she has 2 more shots. She's -2, so she needs 13 or less. She hits. Hey. So it's another 2 points, and she'll empty her revolver. And she criticals. Okay, so this is really good. So Sandy basically is dying, getting choked to death. So she's emptying that revolver into her killer. She does 2 damage on the first shot, and then criticals on the next one, which does 4 damage.
So 6 in this.
She did 6 total. So she's only down. She's down to 2 life. Well, 3 because she'll regenerate 1. So she's down to 3 life right now. We could next round drive her off.
We should make that a point, right? Because we can't win in 10 rounds if we haven't driven her off.
Right. Okay. So that's the end of round 6.
Okay.
So we're going out to round 7. Okay, so top of round 7, fright check. Alice is the only one that's kind of getting close, and she's right at the limit. We'll see if this automatically activates. Do you want to roll for the...
Okay, so what does that one do?
Fright token 4. It just moves, so whatever she's scared of follows her into the room. And then the killer activates, so... the killer will attempt to shoot her revolver.
She's healed the 1, right? So she's got 3 HPs left.
Right, and she does hit, so she's going to kill Ranger Sandy.
No.
I don't think any of us...
are in awareness range. Is it line of sight in awareness?
Actually, she is.
What?
Awareness too. Awareness of... Oh yeah, she definitely could see it. Oh no, she has her back. That's what happens if?
Let's say not, because this has already been happening for a few minutes. This struggle and shooting.
All right. But she could also potentially see it out the window. But
Right.
maybe, yeah, let's not do it for now. We'll say that they're too focused on what they're doing in the cabin. Sandy dies.
Okay.
So first death of one of the players.
Warden,
Sandy.
Ranger, Sandy.
Or we don't know if she's dead. She's just down.
Right.
All right. Do you want to have...
See us next week for the new mechanics.
Denise better get searching for a weapon soon unless she's going to come back and do something.
Well, I mean, she's found all kinds of stuff, but it's just been a flash, like the 80s style giant lantern battery flashlight and a energy drink, although in the 80s.
We have 3 more rounds to like make her vanish.
You think we should have Denise just like bum rush over that way? I mean, she won't even...
I think she needs to find something. I think she has one more turn to find something, and then she
Okay.
needs to get her gear back.
All right, let's do the unmodified roll.
Okay, so 8.
Awareness 8. 18, so maybe
nothing.
luck it.
Sure,
She only has
you might
one
as well.
So we're gonna luck it.
Reroll.
19.
You have one more action. Do you want to do one more search?
Yeah, I mean, I guess
This
so.
will have to
That's
be
the
it.
reason that D-Nice is over there doing anything.
15.
Wow, so she's just...
All right. What about Kat? So Kat can heal a point of terror because she's activating inside the house.
Okay, and she hadn't taken any more because of proximity to anything over there?
She will not because she is too far now from this fright token since I moved.
All right, so she's just clean now.
Yeah. All right, so we were doing one thing wrong. The searches are long actions, not short, so they only can do one. So
Okay, so Kat is going to search because there's a better chance of finding a weapon in there, right?
Yeah.
So she's D20. She's got an awareness 11. We'll do unmodified. 18. She's got luck 2. So
you might as well spend a luck.
Yeah, because we need to do something here quick like. So we're going to spend a luck. She's got quick hands, so she can do searches.
We could try throwing rocks, but...
A 1. Hey,
a 1?
Yeah.
All right. So roll a d10.
D10.
See what you get. You want 1 to 5. 1 to 5. A 9. Do you want to spend your last luck and re-roll that?
Can. The 9 doesn't get us on the weapons table?
No. It's still... You need 1 to 5.
1 to 5. Okay. Let's do it. 3. We did it.
Okay. Weapons. Do you want to shuffle in and draw so you draw your own?
Whatever. This is how they do it in Vegas, right?
And this is still her first action, so she could still move after this if she wanted.
Is it?
Yeah.
She rolled.
And she lucked it, so she re-rolled, and then she lucked it
lucked
again for the other
okay.
roll.
Don't
All
let
right.
anyone correct us if we can't do 2 lucks in one activation. She's just lucky. She had the 4-leaf clover rabbit's foot keychain today. Weapon. Antique blade.
Oh, it's actually really good in melee.
Melee, okay.
So she finds a katana sitting in Ranger Sandy's house. That's good.
Or, I don't know where this is. Northwood.
The killer's going towards you because you're the closest.
Okay.
So unless you're going to move, you have one more action.
Well, she wouldn't take a jump scare going to the next room, or she would.
I think we should say no because these rooms have been explored. I think we should only do it for unexplored
So should we
rooms.
just have her go that way to like head her off at the pass kind of thing?
Sure. I mean, the katana does quite a bit, but she'll be locked into combat with her.
I mean, I think.
Does she have good combat?
8.
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, Ranger Sandy had the best. Alice has 8 as well, but Alice is having mental issues.
I think let's go ahead and have her just move 4 inches, like maybe standing in that doorway or whatever.
Maybe like right here to frame the like.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so she's just right there waiting for the killer to come
So
at her.
that's Kat's both of her things, and
Huh?
D-Nice
Already
we're
went.
done, right?
Yeah. Ranger Sandy's dead.
No terror or anything on Kat, right? We peeled off.
She will next turn.
Okay.
I will, I guess, continue. She hasn't gone yet, right?
When did she end up in that room? Is the question. No, she hadn't. She couldn't have because the thing followed her in there. Did she like heal or search or anything that she would have?
I don't think she's gone. So let's go ahead and.
The last thing she did was move in there because the next start of the round was the fright thing that it moved into with her. So
right, this turn, this moved in with her. That's right.
Yeah.
So she's going to activate. She would have gone down 1. She gains 1, so it doesn't really matter. She's going to continue moving this way.
Whoa.
Well, that doesn't move yet.
Oh.
So she does a jump scare.
Okay. D10?
Yeah.
D10.
6.
Propped up by a little clod of... Oh, we need to find out.
No, what's the result?
Oh, 6 on the jump scare. I'm like going all backwards. Tap on the shoulder. Place the closest friendly character or supporting character within 8 inches of the base space for this character. This does not cause jump scares for the placed character. If there are no characters within 8 inches, instead gain 1 point.
Okay, so all of a sudden she appears there.
Okay.
And
so maybe she just was like poking her head through the doorway.
And then she ran after Alice.
Warden Ranger Sandy dead on the ground there with the killer above her.
And that gives her 1 more point of terror, right?
No. It says nothing on the placed character. Tap on the shoulder. Place the closest friendly character or supporting character within 8 inches into base to base with this character. This does not cause jump scares for the placed character. If there are no characters within 8 inches, the character gains 1 terror point instead.
Oh, okay. So all of a sudden Alice is there like, hey, I found the sword.
She like snuck.
Or not Alice. I'm sorry, Cat's there. Yeah, Alice. So Alice has only done a move. Alice is going to search as well. So her awareness is 12. 11. Ooh. So she finds something. D10. She also finds a weapon.
Ooh, a critical find.
Critical find. Oh. A bow.
Oh, all right.
So Alice picks up a bow with arrows. Oh, that's cool.
Just in time for inside the cabin combat.
Correction here. She should have only gotten 1 shot off because she was being strangled. And shooting is a long action. So the killer is not at 3. The killer technically is at 7 right now.
Oh, because the crit...
The crit was 4, yeah.
Undo the crit part of it? Of all
so,
things
unfortunately, I'll have to make sure when I cut this, but we just made a mistake there. So she should have only gotten 1 shot instead of 2.
It's a different timeline in the MCU. The drain line portal in this timeline had it that she only got the 1 shot off.
Right. So she actually has 7. So and then we just finished the activation for our characters.
Okay.
All right, so round 8 because all the characters have gone.
Really good at counting, Dave.
Thank you. Fright phase. So we're both gonna get terror points. Yours will be negated out by the house. Oh yeah, go ahead and roll to see what does it follow us.
I don't know.
3. It does follow us, I think, right? 1 to 2 is when it disappears.
1 to 3. Remove the token and flip the lights.
Oh, so this goes away.
That's
great because then when we activate, we'll actually get right back. Yep.
Or healing, right?
And I could share the pizza I found with you.
Yes, pizza night.
Okay, and then the killer goes.
Not to mention all the black gore happening. She's
gonna go 10. Show 1d10 towards her. She has no fright on her, so it's just a solid d10. 4 inches. So that's gonna put her up to the steps.
I have her base edge closest to you on the 4, so right at the door.
Yeah, so
4 to the door.
She's coming up to the door. Our turn.
She's like, "Where's the bathtub in this house?"
What's Denise doing? Denise needs, I think, just start to head back. I guess she only has 2 more rounds to help.
We need a survivor, and she found.
She can throw rocks.
We weren't doing her right. I wasn't doing her right with the searching right. So, the good thing we didn't get the minigun because it would have been a mistake.
And there is no minigun.
What? Black Sight, get on that minigun. Chop chop. I guess we'll just have her go 8 toward it?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, this isn't too bad.
All right. And then here, I think what we need to do is I think we need to have me go in front of you at first because I should try to shoot with the bow down the hallway.
Okay.
Oh, being my turn, because the fright token's no longer here and we're in the warded house, I take 1 terror away, which is great. Yay. So she's finally starting to recover from her. I think she's just we'll just say she squeezes in. She goes 5, so she'd probably go up to like here to see the killer through the door.
They like talked it out and they're like, I got a sword. What did you get? I got a bow.
Yeah.
Anti-Warden Ranger Sandy's cabin had some stuff, but limited options.
So is there cover? I guess we should say there's cover because there's a door. I mean, so we'll give +2. We'll give a -2 to hit. I am more than. Let's make sure I'm more than 6 inches away though when I shoot. So maybe she should have just gone like this. Is there any way I can be? No. No matter what, I'm within 6 inches.
I mean.
Yeah, I think so. She's actually -4 to shoot.
Oh, great.
Because of cover and that. So. She healed another one, so she's up to 8.
Oh, lovely.
All right. So I need 8 or less. Miss.
So the bow
All right.
did exactly what you'd think the bow would do in this situation.
Maybe it's a toy.
Oh no, it's Nerf.
All right, what's Kat gonna do? She's got the katana.
I mean, you want her just she can't run all that way back to her.
I mean, you could go 10 inches, but you wouldn't get an attack this turn.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, do you want? So she's got.
Yeah. I mean, the killer has a gun, so the killer's just gonna open up with a gun if we don't get to her. I mean, she'll do both anyways.
I mean,
what she'll end up doing, like on her turn, she will shoot at her and then move this way.
And there's no cover or anything that you've gotten.
It just depends on where she moves.
Okay. Because you step through there to there.
Yeah.
And then shot your shot, and then that's it for her.
Yeah.
Quick and long, and then Cat can do more searching. That doesn't really help us a whole lot. We gotta drive her off.
Right. I think you could just go up there and start attacking her.
I mean, I can only just kind of run at her this activation if it's that we're gonna do it that way. Otherwise, you can put her like in cover so that she can't get shot. But that.
Yeah, I mean, you could wait. You could wait until next turn to see if she gets closer. Like she's going to go towards her.
If you have a sword, you don't want to be like shooting.
Like I mean, you could wait like around the. I mean, there's no way you can wait for her just to move closer to here, and then attack. But then what are you going to do with this turn? I mean, you could also circle around if you wanted to come out and then back here.
No, I think so. 4 inches that should be able to put her in.
But if you get to be the closest, she'll come after you.
But that's fine. But she can't shoot me, right?
No, well, it depends how far she moves. If she moves 4 inches here, then she'll shoot you and attack you.
Oh.
Or she'll shoot her and then strangle you. I think we said before, if she's strangling someone, she doesn't get to shoot because that's really weird.
Yeah. You need 2 hands to
strangle. Yeah.
Really do a whole lot, unless you're like Andre the Giant or something.
Or Darth Vader.
Oh, fine. That's no hands, technically.
1 hand.
I mean, yeah, gesture, right? But I'm thinking that, like, she's able to pop shots. How much ammo does she have?
9 more.
Oh, snap. Okay.
But they only do 1 apiece. So.
I mean, whatever. Maybe she goes like Legolas style, like. No, that's a technical term, by the way. But so I'm thinking that the melee, like, if I had a sword, I'm gonna put myself just
that's fine.
In the corner of a doorway.
You put yourself there. Okay, so
that's. I guess search the area then, right? Because she has.
Oh, that's just one move. Yeah, I mean, she could do search again.
All right, so D20. Awareness is 11.
Hoping
is she affected because of proximity to...
Yeah, -2.
Oh, so
whispers.
13.
You hear the whispers.
Yeah. That's the drain sounds from
the... That's good,
the Roto-Rooter portal.
11. What's her...
Awareness is 11.
Oh, so she failed, because -2.
Okay, -2, so she needed a 9 up.
Yeah.
And she already used her luck. So that was it, because she moved and then she did quick hands to search. That was 2 quick actions.
Okay. 9. So we only have 2 more rounds.
Okay.
There's no fright tokens out, so they can't activate. So we put 1 in the center of the board.
Great.
Killer's turn, so she's now back up to 9 health.
Oh, lovely.
Roll a d10 for her movement. She'll target Cat, who has so there's no bonuses.
1.
Oh, that's great. So she's like slowly entering the house.
Very ominous.
She will make a shot against, because she can see Alice.
Oh.
So, but Alice will have some cover since I gave the other lady cover.
Maybe Alice ran track and is on the cheer squad, and she took like archery at camp or something. So she's just got like this. She's got a nice CV. That's unfortunately she's now put herself on the receiving end of being able to be shot, but.
Fortunately. So she actually needs it's a 10 or less, because she's 12, so she misses because of cover.
Yeah.
So
bit of drywall or log cabin chunks.
So our turn. You should let me shoot twice, and then you should go in there. How's that sound?
Well, your thing is that would be too long.
I can with the bow. The bow lets you do it.
Do it.
So the first shot I need a 10 to hit, and then the next shot I need an 8.
Okay.
So first shot hits.
Ooh.
Second shot hits.
Ooh.
So I hit her twice with arrows.
So 2 points off. She's down to 6.
She's down to
7.
7. Yep.
Okay.
And then you're gonna move in.
Yeah, I guess. Might as well just bum rush, right?
All right, and then attack with the sword.
Yeah. So antique blade is melee damage, 2 injuries. Special rule: this weapon does normal damage to ethereal killers, but I don't think that matters.
Doesn't matter.
The seer.
What's your combat?
8.
So you need a 6 because -2.
Ooh. We have her. Oh, she already moved. So
Yeah, can't concentrate. Out of luck.
1.
Oh my God, she criticals.
Okay.
So she runs in there with this katana.
The initial plan was she's gonna make her come through the door. But
how much damage does it do?
It does 2 normally.
So it does 4.
Okay.
So killer's down to 3.
Nice.
So you basically just speared her with a katana. Is what
it wasn't even
did.
quite the plan because she was gonna wait for the killer to come through her doorway.
Right.
But because the exchange of fire between Alice and the seer, that didn't quite go that way. So she just said. She Leroy Jenkins into that first room.
She did. All right, now what's she gonna do?
D-Nice is gonna,
she just needs to keep moving because she has
one
more turn to throw rocks or something.
We only have
one more turn.
Whole turns or
no, one whole. It's turn 9 right now, so the next turn's last.
9.
So we have to drive her off next turn.
All right, so then she's just gonna roll up in there. She doesn't have anything like. I guess she could throw the energy drink.
She can't. Well, she can't throw now because it's base to base with Cat. Can't target.
Ranged.
Yeah.
Throw an object is counted as ranged, and you have to be within 4 inches, anyways. Okay, well, she's just gonna roll up in there.
Throw that sports drink. Throw the flashlight at her.
Yeah, I mean, she's already
It'd be a heavy flashlight.
Thrift shop.
I mean, next round she might be able to get a melee and do 1 attack, which maybe that's all it takes. Okay.
So that's her 8, I guess.
All right. This is it. Final round. Round 10.
How many ammos do I have left for Antique Blade?
It's Attack on Titan. You eject the blade, put another one in. Okay, so let's roll for the single. It automatically activates. So what does it do? You would have gotten, I think, how close were you? Were you within 4 inches? I think you were. You should have gotten a point of terror from this.
D-Nice get some.
And it's going to move closer to you again.
Okay. But it doesn't. She doesn't accrue another until her activation.
Until she activates. Yep. So something came out of the some noise and seems to be following
drain plug portal or whatever we're calling it.
All right. So then it's the killer's phase. So the killer will attempt to shoot. She needs a.
It's the drain line timeline.
Actually, can be used by the killers in base to base of the character. All right, so that makes sense. They're making this revolver usable, so I think it makes sense that we make the revolver usable. 12 or less. She misses by a lot. Then strangulation. This is what sucks. 15 or less. She criticals. You take. So basically, you stabbed her.
Right.
And you're like, oh, and you basically this katana sticking to the killer's body. She reaches out. She does 4 damage to you with both her hands, crushing your windpipe.
Okay. This is Cat.
Yeah. And you can only take 1 action next turn, so you'll only be able to attack.
Did she take Terror yet, or Will with the next activation? How does that go for the villain?
This villain doesn't cost Terror because she's a real life person.
Okay.
I know. She's a mundane killer. So,
the drain line.
And when it kills a supporting killer, normally it would heal 3, but she didn't have any damage on her back then.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so the killer's gone. So now we just need to kind of like rush her, I guess. So if Cat wants to go first,
D-Nice.
No, I think you should do Cat first.
But she only gets the 1.
Yeah, if you critical this. So
well, how much health does she have?
Well, she would have healed, so she's up to 4.
She has 4.
Yeah.
So she's only gonna hit the 1 action. She's got combat 8, but it's actually she needs a 6 up to be able to do it. Oh boy.
And out of luck.
Nobody can give her anything.
You could if you moved in, you could encourage her.
Okay.
Which might be a better thing to do.
And there's the light thing doesn't really help us. Did everybody heal or whatever because of the house?
Yeah, I'll go down to terror, additional terror whenever.
But
that
won't.
That doesn't matter because it's the last round.
True. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, I guess we just need to get.
So quick. But do you want Denise to come up? Alice can't help, but Denise could come up and do an encourage.
And that's within 4, so Denise can get up there, I think.
Yeah. So and then she can do an encourage, which gives you plus 2, plus 3.
Denise is going to come in. She's seeing that there's actually been some success in poking at.
I don't think we can actually do this because at 4 health, unless you critical again, you'll do 2.
Well, D-Nice can do a melee, right? She moved 1.
But then she's going to do an encourage, I thought.
Well, what would be the better thing? Because if she peeled off... She peels off 1 because of the melee, right? That's one.
What's your
and kicks.
What's your fight? What's your combat?
She's not that great, only 5.
So she'd be a 3.
So, no.
She better just encourage, but even if you encourage, I think we've lost. Just you go ahead and roll it. So you encourage. I think encourage is the best path because like you give her a +3.
Okay.
What's your combat normally?
Cat is 11.
So she'd be at +3. So
12?
Yeah, she should be at 12. Okay, so Denise moves up. Can't quite get within range of the killer though, so you need to like see. You don't want to be engaged. So like you're kind of like that. So you're yelling at Cat then, saying, "You can do it."
Behind you. No, she already knows where she is. Whatever. She yells something. An 11. So
yeah, with the encouragement,
okay,
with bonuses and minuses, you hit and do 2 more damage.
Okay.
So the killer has
2
life left.
Right.
But Cat's the only one left, and she can't shoot because you're engaged.
Mm.
So she has to do a move, which she has plenty of movement to do.
Okay.
But then it's a regular fists.
Oh, I see what you're predicting, or.
Yeah, so I don't think this is going to matter because, like, we'll just do a combat check. So she's -2. We should say if she, because this is a 6, right? So she needs a 6.
Maybe it's that
she missed.
No, okay, it doesn't matter anyways.
She really missed, and she already used up her luck.
Okay.
So that's it. Round 10, we didn't drive the killer off. We had this confrontation in the front room of the house. But we weren't quite able to do enough damage because she heals so quickly.
Yeah.
Like, well, let's do a wrap up and talk about the game.
Okay.
Oh, I should read the.
So sad.
Okay. Prologue. Characters lose. The seer shakes of glee as the morning sun crests the horizon and breaks through the treetops. The power of Neorun surges through her body anew. This was as foreseen. The seer stops to take in the carnage around the cabin. A small price to pay for the power of a god. Turning, she begins the long walk back to the city as last night's fog slowly begins to burn away. Important clients need to be seen today. Everything is just as it should be, just as was seen in the visions. So, yeah, basically that means that they fought her in the front room, could not do enough damage. She gradually slaughters all of them.
Yeah, it just fades to black as there's still more.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only way we could have done is if you would have done a critical again with the katana. And that would have done it instantly. Like if you had that, you're just like, and she's choking you or choking Cat.
Yeah.
It was a great scene.
She got quite the bounty count in this trilogy.
She killed 6 this turn. She killed 2 last and 1 before. She kept going up. She did 1, then 2.
I mean, it makes sense for movies,
6.
right?
Yeah, we kept doing a bigger body count as it went up.
The 3 turn of the seer.
I did like, there's a lot of neat cinematics in this one. I do like the thought of like the private security guard with her dad are coming down the road and like coming to check things out because they finally got the phone call. And then the killer kills them both.
Makes you wonder where they were this whole time because she would have called dad first and couldn't get through.
And then she comes over and searches the security guard body and all she finds is that big flashlight and an energy drink. And we found some cabins, and then even the weapons in the cabin kind of made sense. Like Ranger Sandy, we find an ancient katana because
do you think it's a katana or is it like a Confederate?
It could have been Confederate saber.
Union generals saber, yeah.
And a bow and arrow. You know, like we found things that were like actually very applicable, and we did come really close to defeating her. But I think because she picked up supernatural in the second game, where she regenerates, I think that's what did it to us because. In this one, if she wouldn't have picked that up, she would have only regenerated if she was not in base-to-base contact with us. And so, like in this situation, we could have froze her regeneration, and then actually been able to probably defeat her. But I think the supernatural in part 2 really did us under.
I mean, that's the fun of this game. I'm pretty sure that we couldn't have gotten any more damage to her any sooner because that'd be another factor. Is that it's just a war of attrition. Yeah. Like she regenerates, but if you can get some more on there and keep it going.
And Sandy's really good with the revolver, but it only does 2 damage. And the first time is a reroll, right? Like when you hit. And then, I mean, optimally, she could have put 3 damage on her. Well, she could have done 3, 3, 3 if she kept hitting. But also the -2 to hit or whatever it was with Whispers makes it just like... I don't know, I think that maybe that would have been better for Sandy to start shooting at her. And she should have done that earlier.
But I don't know that we didn't. I mean, I feel like we got... pretty much as soon as we could have started throwing damage, and she was the only character with a weapon.
But As the kid was distracted by the security guard, she could have started shooting it.
Yeah. All right.
That we probably should have done that to start. But I was afraid that we are going to do all that, and then by the time she gets to the cabin and we find weapons, she'd be fully healed, and it's just like, well, because Sandy definitely would have died then. Like if she would have stayed behind to start shooting, there's no way she would have survived that long.
Well, fun.
Yeah.
Sad.
Fun but sad.
I'll have to
sad but fun.
Drink my sorrows away.
Like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you thought. We already have ideas for other trilogies. We like this format. This is a lot of fun. Cool. We may do some silly ones. We may do some custom ones.
I mean, if I'm involved,
everything's silly.
Yeah. Just a given.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Like I said, like, subscribe, share.
Follow me for more recipes. Welcome to the woods.